I never imagined I'd hear the words my wife let slip that night. We were sitting in the living room, the television buzzing softly in the background, when she suddenly turned to me and said with icy calm, "I hate being with you." For a moment, the air left my lungs. It felt as though the walls around me collapsed. Years of laughter, devotion, and sacrifice, all reduced to a single sentence that cut deeper than any blade. I didn't argue. I didn't demand an explanation. Maybe she expected me to rage, to break down, to plead for her affection. But instead, I stood, walked into the bedroom, and pulled out my suitcase. My hands shook as I folded shirts, ties, and the little belongings that once made our house a home. With every item I placed inside, it felt like I was packing away the remnants of a life she no longer cared for. She lingered in the doorway, silent. At first, she looked smug, almost pleased that her words had finally broken me. But as the suitcase filled and I pulled the zipper shut, her expression shifted. Her eyes flickered uneasily, as though she hadn't truly believed I would go. Maybe it had only been a cruel test. Or perhaps she thought I lacked the strength to walk away. "Where are you going?" she finally asked, breaking the heavy silence. I didn't respond right away. I simply lifted the suitcase and carried it toward the door, my pulse pounding with every step. For years, I had poured into her my time, my love, my dreams. And to her, I had become nothing more than someone to belittle. But that night, I chose myself. I stopped at the door, turned back to her, and whispered, "You said you hated being with me. I won't force you to keep living a lie." Her face faltered. The confidence she wore like armor crumbled. And suddenly, she looked nothing like the woman who had crushed me moments earlier. She looked afraid. "Wait," she blurted, rushing toward me. I didn't mean it like that. Her voice cracked as she reached for my arm. But I stepped back. The panic in her eyes told the truth. She hadn't expected this. Not me leaving. Not me refusing to fight. She wanted a reaction, but not this quiet, final exit. The priceless part wasn't her fear. It wasn't even the tears that slid down her cheeks as she begged me to stay. It was a regret carved into her face. The sudden realization that she had taken my love for granted for far too long. That night, she learned love is not a game, and words, once spoken, can't be undone. I stood there for a moment, torn between the life we had shared and the betrayal of her cruelty. Then I let a faint smile cross my lips. Not from joy, but from strength. For the first time, I wasn't the broken man she believed she could control. I was free. When I closed the door behind me, her sobs echoed down the hallway. She had wanted to wound me, to test my patience. Instead, she lost the only man who had loved her more than anyone ever could. And as I walked into the night, one truth settled in my heart. Sometimes the most powerful revenge isn't anger or bitterness. It's silence and leaving with dignity.